Hey everyone, a few quick notes before we begin. First, I know that I've been late on many of my videos this year, and it's mostly because now that I've got a modern laptop with a full editing program, I've decided to focus more on quality. This means I'm no longer sticking rigidly to my bi-monthly release schedule. I'll still of course try to hit every other Wednesday, and I'm always at least working on one video, but I'm gonna try and make sure my videos are worth watching before they get released now. Not that I think any of my previous videos are awful, but I did cut a lot of corners because I had to. Second, hopefully this is going to be the only time I e-bag on this channel. As many of you might know, I've been making at least 2 videos a month for 3.5 years now. I very much appreciate the growth I've had, but it's also getting more and more difficult to keep up, particularly when it seems like YouTube is falling apart around me. I do this for fun, for sure, but I also would like to make a living doing it eventually. So if you're ever really impressed with a video, I would greatly appreciate it if you shared it somewhere. That means more than anything else in terms of growth, so it's super appreciated. Well, except for watching the whole video. Watching the whole video is actually the best thing you can do, but regardless. And lastly, thank you for the support you've shown so far. It really does mean a lot, because there's not really any reason to do this if people aren't willing to listen and discuss things. It's really interesting to see other people's point of view, and I appreciate that you guys come to see mine. And also, I'm sorry if anyone dislikes the Final Fantasy VII spam. It's reference for a future video that'll make sense later, I promise. I think I've figured out how to make it not notify anyone when they're uploaded now, since I understand how annoying it might be, especially if you have the notification bell turned on. Anyway, let the actual video commence. Apparently, I've put 9 days into GTA Online. I'm not really sure what that time was spent doing. I can remember doing probably a good 20 or so hours of racing at launch, because I could dominate everyone. Not to brag, but I still can. I'm less successful at the deathmatch stuff, which I probably spent another 10 hours on. Another 20 hours, maybe on missions, and the rest was just messing around with friends, usually in free roam. But still, that would amount to like 7 days of messing around, and yet most of it that I remember was just stuff like doing the old gate collision glitch, and driving around in friends-only lobbies, messing with cars and physics. Oh, and grinding. Probably a good day of grinding. Whatever, the point is that I don't remember spending that much time in this game, unless it also included all of my time creating custom maps and such. If it includes that too, then yeah, I can see 9 days of time easily. However, for as much as I love the ability to create your own GTA content, and how much the tools have improved, the implementation of a map creation system was the beginning of GTA Online's death. GTA Online has a thriving player base still, likely in the multi-millions. Insane for a game that's half a decade old this October. But it's also a zombified corpse of its former self. Only one mode in GTA Online still really thrives, the rest only getting short shots of life whenever they get the main menu double money and RP treatment. Why is that? There's one simple reason. GTA Online is too much of a good thing. It's absolutely everything I'd ever want content-wise, and because of that, there aren't enough people on the earth to fill said content out. Want to start a race? Well, originally you'd pick from the maybe 30 courses, and it would either find someone else hosting one, or you could host it yourself. Races filled up really fast, too, but in a smart move, they also integrated this into the smartphone your character has, allowing people to look for players to invite people randomly. This would show up to other players as a text that you could then click on to join the match. But once the creation tools showed up, things went downhill fast. Suddenly, the game was flooded with maps of all different types, from millions of creators. Creators obviously wanted to play their own creations. Other players looked for events that would glitch them into tons of cash, and would spam invites to these matches. Still others wanted to play janky remakes of things like Call of Duty maps or whatever. The market was drowning, and even Rockstar's curation attempts only helped so much. What happens to a system when hundreds of thousands of people are spamming advertisements for events they're hosting? You become desensitized to it, and you likely stop noticing these text invites even exist. Seriously, I have to actively try to pay attention to these notifications now, otherwise my brain blocks it out like a dog barking in the distance. And you can tell that it's the same way for everyone else because of how hard it is to get into games now. Rockstar tried to remedy this issue further by adding a quick play menu in the phone, so that you could be on call for events someone was hosting in any category. That way you could keep playing while lobbies filled up. Surely, if you just allow people to continue distracting themselves until a match starts, they'd be more apt to jump into whatever event comes their way, right? Well, it's true. It does improve things to some degree. The people who want to host a specific map can do so, and anyone who just wants to join any race or whatever will fill these lobbies quickly. I mean, it did that for a while, but then Rockstar shot themselves in the foot by doubling down on their additional modes and content. With them adding so many different types of events, the list of things you can do once again grew too vast. Now that there are so many types of events you can be on call for, half of them go unused, meaning even this feature often leads you to a screen that asks you if you want to simply host your own event or jump into an on-call list for any type of event. I tried to do a simple race here and ended up in an online story mission after it failed to find a single race. The only thing that still consistently works is the free roam lobbies at this point, which is why Rockstar has also focused a lot of their content there. Not only did it bolster the reasons for just playing GTA as an online game, rather than playing other modes in a GTA engine, but it also kept people around. But because of this, people are even less willing to jump into events. Why play an event when you can do many things without even leaving a free roam lobby? I eventually did get into 2 races here. One of them had to be a stunt race, where I only had a single opponent, and the other was actually a normal race, also against a single opponent, who was AFK. I understand and respect the ambition here, but what Rockstar tried to do is truly too good to be true. Pull back the curtain and GTA Online has failed to sustain itself. For a game with such an active player base, there's remarkably little to do unless you actually have a massive pool of players you can call upon at any time to play with. This is exactly why games like Overwatch cycle most modes in and out. I may freaking adore Lucio Ball, but if it and every single other mode they've created in Overwatch was available in the arcade at any point, let's be real, Lucio Ball and 90% of the other modes would be dead already. The only reason people play them when they come around is because they're only there for a limited time. I'm interested to see what Rockstar does to remedy this issue, and the dozens of other major issues that plague GTA Online, with Red Dead Redemption 2, or GTA 6 if they decide to keep Red Dead more contained. Hopefully they can find a way to reconcile the 2 disparate goals, and if anyone could, I'd say Rockstar is more than up to the task. Only time will tell though. Short video, but what do you guys think? When was the last time you played GTA Online? Are you able to consistently get into the content you want to play? What solutions do you think they could implement to solve these issues? Comment down below and I'll see you next time.